Alright guys, here we are. It is March 2nd, it's Thursday. Morristown Marine kicks off this Saturday with their first tournament on Cherokee Lake. Really sounds kind of like the same old song and dance from the last time we were on the water up on Holston. Had a really warm week, several warm days, big torrential rains last night. Of course, last time at Holston they came in the next night. 2 inches of rain or something like that. Lake's already kind of stained, got a lot of color in it way down the lake. We know that from Snyder yesterday. So we're going out here. We've kind of got something to build on. There is a shallow bite, a good crankbait bite if there's some wind. Still a lot of fish out deeper, main lake points and stuff. Water temperatures hovering in the mid 50s. You can find some upper 50s and stuff. Pope even said he saw a couple vacated beds yesterday and had caught one with a bloody tail on a trap in about 2 foot of water. So we're going to play all the odds out. We're going to look for some bait out deep, try to get those fish going. The key right now is just find something consistent. Our goal is to get to the end of this year, make it qualify for that Bassmaster Team Championship, kind of crunch the numbers. You need somewhere in that neighborhood of 11 to 12 pounds a tournament to do that based on the last 5-year average. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. We'll be breaking it down. Again, it's March 2nd. It's already been really warm, so these fish are a little bit of a different position than what they typically would be. But again, photo period, that amount of light, it plays a big role in what these fish do. So there are some moving up shallow, but it's not the majority of them. So we're going to have to figure out that happy medium, do a little bit of junk fishing to bounce around a lot of different places. But we'll keep y'all posted today, guys. Guys, a little mid-morning update. It's 10 o'clock. We've had 2 keepers in the boat, 1 on. You lost 1 on a Kitech, so probably three keepers. Everything dirt shallow though. Now this last one we just caught was on a main lake bank, but it was in less than 2 foot of water probably. It was super shallow. The first one came on a chatterbait back in a pocket little bit steeper pocket, steeper sides, but had some good run in coming in. Had a little bit of algae bloom going on back there too. And the other one on the Kitech was kind of hopping along the bottom, back on a flat that had a lot of bait around it. So finding some stuff. I'd like something more consistent than what we're finding though. It's kind of all over the place. But again, it seems like the consistent thing is up shallow on the bank. We have found some good bait balls with some really good looking fish around it, but you can't get them to react, kind of like Pope told us this morning. But that happened to us on Holston as well. We went up there for the practice day and couldn't get anything to react, and then flip side, finally got them to fire up on that Saturday. So we're not going to totally write those off, but probably going to run quite a bit more shallow stuff, see if we can get some more fly bites on these 45s and bluffs, main lake stuff, and then go see if we can find a few more shallow run-ins to throw a chatterbait and find some shallow largemouth on. So that's our mid-morning update, guys.
We'll take it. You hit his head.
Alright guys, a little mid-afternoon report. It's 2:30. Technically we have 30 minutes before the tournament's over. Not liking how the afternoon's turned out. We're finally getting some wind. I'm going to go run some islands. Throw a jerkbait for a second, throw a crankbait a little bit. We've made our way down the lake, picked up the fish on the fly. Down that way. Again though, everything's in less than 2 foot of water. Super, super shallow. The fish we're seeing out deep just won't cooperate. This wind picking up, we'll see if there's some other shallow fish that kind of activate maybe some better quality. Right now we just get a consistent bite. Right now it's going to be completely junk fishing on Saturday. Hit this, throw some fly, hit that, throw some chatterbait, bounce back and forth all over the place. I'm starting to make my way back up into some stays. The water did clear up down here, dropped from about 57 down to 54, so it's cooler down here as you'd expect. I don't know though, just not getting the greatest of vibes down this way, so I would like to trust my gut. I'm going to head back up and kind of work that area where the stain's at, closer to 25E over a little bit more. Either eliminate it completely or really settle in, find an area to hunker down and call home on Saturday, guys. So we'll update you some more here in a little while. We'll put in a few more hours.
That's so scrappy, wasn't you? Small one? Yeah. Very nice.
All right, guys, so it's 5:30, I believe. Yep, 5:46. That's a wrap on this practice day. Came back up into the stain, started getting some bites. Ran some more bluffs up this way towards Falls Creek. The water was actually clear right there above 25E. From about 25E to Falls Creek, 25E to T-Holler, it actually cleared up quite a bit, but then there's quite a bit of stain as soon as you get past Falls Creek. So it'll be interesting as they pull more water through here, which they're pulling a lot right now. You can feel it pulling us down the bluff. But it'll be interesting to see where that stain gets to or where this clear water gets to. Don't exactly know where I want to start on Saturday. I'm thinking down towards German Creek right now. Probably where my most confidence would be. Some of this clear water might make it down there. That might actually help that bite a little bit down around the German Creek area. But we'll see y'all Saturday morning, guys. That's when we'll kick off. That's when you see me again. All right, guys, here we go. We're rolling out boat 21 this morning. We're going to start, try to play the wind. We're going to have wind probably until about 9 or 10. It's actually just kind of fizzle out the whole day, so we'll go with more of that finesse stuff, the fly, working that Kitech like a worm later on. We're going to run to the area where Dad got bit on the Kitech by that bigger smallmouth. There was bait. That area should have a lot of wind pushing through there. So that's where we're headed this morning, and then we'll adjust from there. Again, we'll try to play the wind this morning. We'll update you throughout the day and see how it goes. Again, looking for 5, somewhere in the neighborhood of 11 to 12 pounds. It'll get us where we want to be, and then we can keep building on that. Just need the first few bites to get us comfortable. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Quick mid-morning update. We are one keeper in the box. It's 10 a.m. Got 5 hours to go. Gave the shallow stuff early this morning a shot. Didn't work out for us. Moved back to some steeper banks. Started hopping that Kitech, throwing the fly. Started getting some bites. Moved back up here towards the mouth of Macedonia. Saw somebody catch one in front of us. We moved on up through the same area, caught our first keeper there, moved into the mouth of Macedonia here and kind of trying to keep that shallow bite honest. Our wind has really laid off now, so we're going to go try the run-in where I caught the largemouth at the other day, and then we're going to start going and hopping some more bluffs with that fly and the Kitech. Try to fill out our limit or at least get 3 or 4 more. It'd be nice. I'd take 3 today. I'd take 4 today. I'd take 5 today. All right. Check in with y'all in a little bit.
Oh, but
Alright guys, quick midday update. It's 12 o'clock. We left that bluff, went and caught a couple largemouth up shallow in that inflow, then we ran up the lake a little ways and we hit a couple bluffs. Now we've checked the back of $1 Million Holler, nothing happening. So now we're gonna head back down. Still sitting on 2 keepers right now. Really need at least 4 to feel happy about the day, I think. But right now, salvage as many points as we can, and we'll just dig ourselves out of this hole throughout the rest of the year. All right. So with this Cherokee tournament, guys, you know, we had a lot of different variables in play. You had rising water, you had stained muddy water that was moving throughout the system. Water temperatures had cooled off a little bit, but again, with that rising water and that stain, those fish were shallow. Even the fish that we caught on the bluffs and on those main lake areas, they were in less than 5 foot of water. You know, and that was kind of how we focused throughout the day, that even though we jumped between some pockets and some main lake stuff, we stayed shallow. We just didn't get the keeper bites that we needed. So we ran down here around Gilmore and tried some of the shallow stuff down that way. Without any bites, we worked our way back up, fished the bluff underneath the bridge in German Creek there, that little channel swing. Just trying to look for some keepers, just trying to put some fish in the box to pad that weight that we did have with those 2 keepers. And finally we stopped in the back of a pocket back up towards 25E, and on a lipless crankbait, I was feathering it, just kind of slow rolling it there, and catch this smallmouth right at the boat. So that 3rd keeper, put that in the box, that helped us out. Was really hoping we might have a little late day flurry there to put 2 more in and get our limit. But we got to find a way to catch a limit. You can't expect to be high in the angler team of the year standings without getting limits in these tournaments. So alright guys, well that's a wrap on Cherokee here from the Morristown Marine. 3 fish for 640, puts us in a big hole going the rest of the way. Again, looking at needing an average of 11 to 12 pounds a tournament to be up there in the points close enough to try to make the Bassmaster Team Championship. So that's going to dig us a really big hole going ahead for these last 4 tournaments. We've got Holston next on March 18th, so just a 2-week window here before we jump on that lake. Hopefully see some better things. Again, if we could jump up there and bust a 15, 16 pound bag, you know, that's gonna really help balance out what went wrong today. We picked up a late fish there on a rattle trap, or on a red-eye shad that really helped us out. So I don't know, could have been a lot worse, but still got to figure this place out here early in the year. Make a big difference starting the year out with a much better position than what we're at. So 3 fish, 640, caught our first fish on the Kitech on a bluff, then caught the bass back in the inflow, that largemouth on a crankbait, and then the last fish came there on a lipless crankbait and a crawl pattern, a little bit of orange there. So again, just got to figure out how to get some better starts here, settle into some areas better. That's it for this one, guys. We'll see y'all on the next one.